Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's see some of the good deploy mount and in what order should you deploy them. Here is my ranking of the deploy mount. For top tier, we have Catastrophe and Sphinx. For situational tier, we have Toffee, Laputa, Diego, Dragon and King Kong. And lastly, on a tier of its own, the other tier, our cheap immortal mount, the deer. Let's go into each of them. Sphinx being in the top tier for its mount revival skill. A mount whether have only 1% HP can absorb for you the entire damage, so mount revival technically mean an additional life for you. At awakening 10, it can revive itself, giving you 1 more life. This makes Sphinx become a must-have mount in your lineup. Next is Catastrophe. This unicorn offers the best of both worlds. Its attack deals the most damage while giving you more survival as well. Moving on to the situational list, starting with Toffee. Toffee's damage is on the average side, its main strength is on the buff, which is quite useful. But the downside is the buff is quite inconsistent. But either way, the buff is helpful in PvE like chapter or tower. Next is Laputa. Laputa is quite useful for its damage buff, especially skill damage. And also Laputa is a legendary mount, making it much easier to upgrade compared to the rest of the list. I use it a lot since I'm going full damage build. Next is Diego. Diego triggers its skill together with your normal attack. This means that Diego can deal damage every turn, making it arguably the highest damage mount. At Awakening 8, it can deal 400% attack per turn. Since Diego probably gonna be the first mount you get, he's good for you early on. Later on, you can slowly move on to the other mount. So, would I recommend Diego or Laputa? Diego max potential is at Awakening 4 when the trigger chance is at 100%. But the issue is, you would want to save your mythic core to upgrade better mount like Catastrophe or Sphinx. And you want to upgrade Sphinx all the way to plus 10, so you got no spare cores for Diego. Meanwhile, Laputa is legendary, making it easier to upgrade. In addition, the skill damage bonus can benefit many damage sources. Back to the list with Dragon. Dragon can trigger its skill upon entering the battle. This means that even if you go second, the skill would still be triggered. Sometimes, if you go second, your mount could get killed and the skill can't be triggered. And another thing with Dragon is that its damage scale with your damage bonus, so you can use him as a quick burst damage. Last on the list is King Kong. This mount is used mainly for counter build. Similar to Diego, it can attack with player, but only when counter attack. It also increases light spear damage, which is being buffed recently. The only downside is that for a counter build means you need everything you can to survive. And having a legendary mount means less HP, means less survivability. So there is a new mythic mount that has great potential for counter build. Let's see how it will do. Lastly, the other tier. This deer is the only paid mount so far. But for a mortal mount and paid content, making it extremely hard to upgrade, its benefits are not that significant stronger than other mounts. The best thing it can offer is the highest horsepower. So moving on to the deploy order, among the 3 positions, there is 1 permanent slot, which belongs to Sphinx at slot 2. Placing Sphinx here at slot 2 guarantee that you would revive the mount in slot 1. If you place it at slot 3, it will be random. So place your main mount in slot 1 and let Sphinx support it. Ensure that the mount is always ready to be back on the next battle. Toffee can be used at slot 1 or slot 3, but Dragon better to be at slot 3 to maximize its damage bonus gains. Here are some sample order. For early on, as mentioned, you likely would get Diego first, so he will be your main mount, followed by Sphinx at second slot and anything for slot 3. For mid-game, Catastrophe offers you more damage reduction, which helps you to survive better. The rest is as explained before. And when you go full damage build, you could start using Laputa in slot 1. This arrangement is also my arrangement for raid, tower, dive and boss, but only if you go first. If you go second, high chance that your mount would die, so it's best to use this combination if you go second to maximize the damage you get from your mount. For PvP, this is simply my suggestion. Have a feel of the game and your build and see what you want to do. Have fun!
Hey, so that's all for today's video everyone. I hope the content